though, because at the very beginning, if you remember from that cutscene, she went down to the basement instead of evacuating herself. She went down to the basement, so it kind of made sense, though, that she would still be alive in some cases. And that's why when I first saw that area, I'm like, well, I remember the beginning partially, and I'm like, well, she went down to the basement. Perhaps, like, I didn't know that there was like some kind of thing that could prevent her from like being infected or anything like that. But like, I just thought that maybe she'd be alive. Because I think I was watching TV shows, I think, or movies or something like that, where there's a thing called like a fallout shelter or like a fallout bunker kind of thing. I don't know if that's actually the right term for it, but it's like a thing you build underground where it's supposed to prevent like new. I think it's supposed to protect you from nuclear fallout. I guess I might be wrong, but it's sort of like that. So I kind of thought that maybe the underground area was safer for her in a sense. Maybe it was only like capable of making only like one person live instead of like multiple, but I might have been wrong about that. So yeah, Lucille's alive. Lucille is Curie. How can this be? Incredible. She really is alive. She doesn't even look any different from how she did on the day she disappeared in the power plant meltdown a decade ago. I've never seen or heard of anything like this. Cameron, did you know about Lucille? Did you know my wife was alive? I I had considered the possibility. I mean, I did when I first played this game. But I didn't think it was likely she'd survive the blast, or that somehow she managed to remain alive and undetected for years in the ruins of that power plant. But, well, she was the head scientist on Power Plant Epsilon. She was the one. Okay, so I had a feeling, though, because they kept... Because I think it was in Larkspur's lab, where I think they were hinting at a person called L, and I think I hinted in the video, or in the session of that, where I went through that, and I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if it was Lucille, and then I left, without ever saying anything. Yeah, I think they began it with L or something like that, or they ended up going with Lucille, and I'm like, maybe that's my mom or something like that. I made a comment about it. I know I did. I just don't remember exactly what it was. The power plant, which was used as a front for illegal experimentation conducted by Larkspur Laboratories. I thought it might be possible that she was involved in a project which created Urayne. So this is a Mewtwo situation where they created Urayne. It's not like... But wait, that doesn't make any sense because Mewtwo was created with the DNA of Mew. So Urayne had to have gotten DNA from something. Unless this was more of like a Magearna kind of situation. I don't know. I don't know how to word it though. I don't know how to like word that though. Not like autonomous, but like in a sense like it has full working parts. It just needed like the soul of a Pokemon in a sense in order for it to move. I don't know. Anyway, and you didn't mention this to me. Why? Because I thought she was dead. Everybody did, except for you. My dad? What? Silence! I don't want to hear another word. Xilestar, that's your mom, isn't it? Your mom was Curie? So then, why'd she do it? Why would she go all crazy and try to murder everybody? Sorry, no offense, it's just I'm having a hard time understanding why would anybody threaten the entire region. She hurt me, and she hurt my dad and Kellen, too. Okay, Theo, question. To answer your question, she did not hurt you. She made you go into stasis for, what, like, I want to say like a half an hour, maybe? She hurt your dad. Technically, yes. She threatened to hurt you. She almost hurt you, but she actually hurt Cameron instead. And she did hurt, I guess, our dad in a sense, too. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I guess she kind of hurt our dad too. I don't know. How come she didn't recognize you? Did she lose her memory? Maybe it was distorted over 10 years. It's possible the interface was responsible. Curie's helmet works as a mental relay. It exchanges thoughts and commands at a distance in order to let its wearer control your brain. What? So it's a useless interface with all interfaces with one Pokemon. I guess that makes sense. It's likely that prolonged use of the interface caused her mind to become frayed. Okay. Causing her memory to deteriorate, and her personality to change completely. I guess, yeah, because memories can influence personalities. They can't make it up completely, they just influence it. So if you had happy memories, you'd be more happier in general. Or if you have more of a, I don't want to say disgraceful, what is it? It's more of like a terrible memories, you become a terrible person, because that's all you've ever seen is terrible things happen, right? In short, she lost her mind. But that would require a ridiculous length of time of sustained use. Perhaps 10 years. Perhaps 10 years or so. There you go. So you think she somehow wore that helmet for 10 years, but how could she survive for so long? I think I might have an idea about that. Xilestar, do you remember that tank that Curry put me in at the Vinoville's power plant? Before they did, they said something like, now you will suffer like we have suffered. So I think that she, because now we know what gender they are, I guess. In that case. I think she survived in a stasis tank for all those years. That's what she meant. Yeesh, that must have been agony. Yeah, just like we found in the first one. Remember, there was a thing that had a timer on it. And I was trying to calculate how long it was, and it was like 10 years, some odd months and days and stuff like that, and all that stuff. And I was trying to... And I didn't realize that was actually years. I thought that was like months or something like that when I first played. I was like, oh, this is probably just like... I thought it was a code name. Like, it was just like a random, like a hex code or something like that. So I was like, it's nothing. This is probably not important. It was. This would have given you the answer as quickly as that. Something from 10 years ago, which you hear from many different, like, NPCs in this game. Your mom's been gone for 10 years. So this would have immediately drawn you to, like, the conclusion that it was your mom in the first place. That's interesting. Yes, that must have been agony. I mean, I was only inside for a short amount of time. As I said, about half an hour, I would say. Definitely more than, like, 5 minutes, I would say, because, like, we were guaranteed 5 minutes no matter what. Because that's what our suit gave us in order to protect us from the intense radiation from there. Also, bit of a question. How come that nuclear power plant's radiation was so bad that our suit... Unless our suit is now fully charged in this case. By the way, why am I still looking at around? But back on topic though, like, unless our suit was so badly in terms of the radiation where it gave us 5 minutes to be protected, I wonder if you don't get the power cell, how long the timer actually is, or unless the suit recommends you get the power cell like indefinitely, so you can't change it. But anyway, back to the story at hand, but it was still one of the worst experiences of my life. It's like you're not unconscious exactly, but you don't have any way to tell how much time has passed. Every moment in there feels like it lasts forever. That kind of makes sense, actually. Explains how she survived for 10 years in the ruins of that power plant. It explains why she went crazy and became Curie. Poor Kellen. His only hope was to see his wife once more. Part of him must be overjoyed that she's somehow alive, but finding out like this, it's going to be hard for him to cope with this revelation. He's right there. Plus, she's going to have to answer for her crimes as Curry. That is, if she wakes up. She needs medical attention. I'm going to make sure she gets there safely. Kellen, do what you must. Staraptor, let's go. He's got a Staraptor? Yeah. Uh-oh. Whoa! Oh no, what was that? Probably. Oh, it went by too fast. I didn't even click A for that. It's Urayne! Quick! We gotta beat it again fast! Before it tries to destroy us again. Brew. Wait, Theo. Something's different about it. It's only in its alpha form. Remember, that's its least powerful state. True. I don't sense hostile intent somehow without Curry. It seems different. Hello? Did you guys hear that? Where'd that voice come from? Can hear me, humans? Listen? I don't believe this. He's using some form of telepathy to communicate. Fascinating. No. No more hurt. No more hunger. I'm free now. Did acting do something to Urayne? Bro. I gotta ask a question though. Why couldn't we just use the PST to find out what Acton is saying? Or maybe Acton has like a different Pokemon language and so the PST is not recognizing it. Yes, friend, gave a gift. Eternal energy. No more hunger. No more fear. From what I remember of the legends, Acton is said to be the creator of all radioactive metals. Okay. Maybe it shared some of its power with Urayne. Yes, the critical flaw in Urayne's design was its constant need for fuel. If it ran out of nuclear fuel, it would go dormant and eventually die. But if the legendary Pokemon gave it a self-sustaining energy source, then it won't need to attack power plants for uranium rods anymore. Sorry, no more hurt. Afraid. For so long, afraid. Only friend helped me survive. Two became one, needed each other. And the hunger never stopped. Had to destroy. Had to make it go away. Needed energy. Only trying to survive. But where did Urayne come from? Why was it created? I've been trying to figure that out for so long. Remember, they made me in a place dark underground. Every day they came, ran tests. I tried to reach out, but I couldn't move. No one could hear me. I was alone. All alone until... Cerebral U092 relay and inhibitor engine testing. Hello? Is someone there? Hello, this is the head scientist of the U092 project. I am transmitting brainwaves right now through the experimental Curie interface. If you can hear me, please respond. What is this? Where am I? What am I? You are an artificial life form that was created in our laboratory. You are a type of something called a Pokemon. But you are one of a kind. There are no others like you. Alone. Data collection is sufficient for now. We will speak again soon. That was the first time, but later, they were there again. They would talk to me. We became friends. My name? A name is a special word that describes what you are. You are called U092. That's your experiment number. Most of the time a number is enough, but for really special experiments, they get a unique name. You are special, exceptional really, so you get another name too. I guess this is what I think it's like, I think I remember from one of the reports, it's like the head scientist, so I'm guessing it's our mother in this case, got so close to the subject that they needed to terminate it. So you get another name too, Urayne. My name is Urayne. What is your name? Well, aren't you a curious one? Let's just say, because I'm using the Curie interface to talk with you, you can call me Curry. Every day, my friend was there, and at night, when all the others left, they stayed behind. They told me about the world beyond the lab. A world I would someday see, and my purpose, to change it for the better. I could create infinite energy, they said. I thought its flaw was that it had to steal energy. So it can... So wait, so it's like a... So it has to steal energy in order to produce energy? Why don't you just use the energy it's stealing from? That defeats the purpose of making a Pokemon. In this case, defeats the whole purpose. Improve the lives of people and Pokemon. This was my purpose. Till one day. Urayne, please respond. Hello? Friend is not happy. I can feel what you feel. Why are you upset? Urayne, they just told me. They've decided to abort the U092 project. All my years of research, discoveries, and breakthroughs. And you, they plan to destroy you. Destroy me? Why? You were never supposed to have a mind in the first place. You were intended to be an empty shell, a living machine. But as soon as I interfaced with you, I realized that you were so much more than that. That's why I needed to cover it up. I hid my findings from the other researchers. If they found out, they would have destroyed you sooner. Urayne, I didn't tell you this, but experiments like you are highly illegal. Creating a new kind of Pokemon is something that other humans won't allow, especially since Team Rocket made Mewtwo. Even one that will help make the world a better place. Dr. Larkspur is a goddamn coward. He'd rather destroy all evidence you ever existed. He's a liar, fraud, and a murderer. Can't believe I ever trusted him. What's happening? What will they do? Urayne, listen to me. I will not allow them to do this. As long as I'm still alive, I will protect you. You deserve to live, and I'm willing to sacrifice everything I have to make sure that's possible. Do you understand? My friend, you'll save me. You'll stop the bad humans from destroying me? I promise you, I'll do whatever it takes. Urayne, we need to act quickly. What is going on? They've activated the remote termination sequence. There's a nuclear reactor above us, and it's about to blow. Both of us will be destroyed when it does, so we need to move fast if we want a chance to survive. What do we do? I don't want to die. There's only one way we can both survive the blast. I've sealed this room completely. So, like a fallout shelter, okay. So that nothing can come in or out. Your stasis tank is the only way I'll be shielded from the radiation. But once I go in there, there won't be any way I can get out. We'll have to stay in stasis together for as long as is necessary. But I'll have this interface. We'll be connected, even while in stasis. This is our only choice. We're out of options. I want to live. Please, don't leave me. I'm scared. Shh. It's going to be okay. I made you a promise. I intend to keep it. I'll never abandon you. I'll always stay by your side. Always. Scared and hungry, my friend and I together, we were so hungry for so long. And then we got free. Knew that to stop the hunger, we needed nuclear fuel. And with our power, it was just easy to take. It was easy to just take what we needed. But it was never enough. The hunger kept growing. We got stronger and stronger until I never wanted to hurt anyone. I didn't know what we were doing, that it was wrong. The hunger is gone now. I've been so afraid for so long. Aww. I thought humans were out to destroy me, but now I know that isn't true. Aw, you protected your friends, just like my friend protected me. So that's why I want to join you. I want to travel by your side and see the world without fear. I think this is what my friend would want. It recalls into the atom ball. Aww. It's such a heartwarming story, but I can't use Urayne. I'm gonna name you by your project number, just because it's gonna be easier for me to remember. Use Urayne 2 as we transfer to the